It's amazing to think that the 1st of July is the 10th anniversary of the most important public health reform of generations, the end of smoking in enclosed public spaces in England. It's amazing that my daughter and her generation aren't growing up in a world where smoking inside is normal. Today, it's almost unthinkable that someone sitting in a restaurant at the table next to you was free to blow cigarette smoke over all of you and your family. Well, the world has certainly moved on since then, and that's a good thing. Decades of evidence have established beyond doubt that breathing in other people's cigarette smoke is really bad for your health. It greatly increases the risks of a range of serious diseases such as lung cancer, heart disease, stroke and emphysema. It makes respiratory problems worse, causes asthma attacks, reduces coronary blood flow and causes headaches, coughs, sore throats, dizziness and nausea. Children are especially vulnerable to secondhand smoke. It increases the risk of respiratory infection, middle ear infections, more frequent and severe asthma attacks and sudden infant death syndrome. So has it been successful? Well, within 12 months of the law being passed, we were already beginning to see reductions in hospital admissions for heart attacks and childhood asthma. And the proportion of the population who smoke has continued to fall as smokers gradually tire of the sacrifices required, the costs and the inconvenience of having to stand outside in the wind and rain. So there's been a lot of progress, but there's still a long way to go. In Gateshead, still, every 21 hours another person loses their fight against a smoking-related disease, and many, many more struggle with a debilitating illness that ruins their life. So we have to do more, and we will do. Over the next few weeks, we will be outlining a year of action on smoking in Gateshead. We'll be making sure smoking-related death is something which people cannot simply ignore, but we'll be also showing people where they can get real help and support, either to kick the habit themselves or to persuade a loved one to stop. In the meantime, if any of you are doubtful about the importance of supporting people to stop smoking, just listen to some of the people in Gateshead who've been affected by smoking-related illness and the people who treat them.
Been in really ill health for 5 years now.
I initially went to the doctors because I was obviously getting breathless. That was just where I worked at the time. There was 2 flights of stairs to climb, and I was getting to the top of the stairs feeling a little bit dizzy, a little bit breathless, and went to the docs thinking it was I don't know, blood pressure or whatever.
In the case of a lot of the patients that I come across, their condition is almost entirely preventable. And the other thing as well, obviously these conditions are inherently very debilitating.
Big heart attack 17 years ago. Managed to get back to work. Took no notice at all with a heart attack, and then took really bad 5 years ago. And defibrillator fitted now, and half my heart just completely kafunk. And it's all due to smoking, I should imagine, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I tried to give up smoking loads and loads of times, like people do. I'd been to cessation classes, tablets, acupuncture, never ever worked. But I think it was the sort of stark fact of being told you had COPD, which doesn't really improve. It just once you stop the smoking, it doesn't get any worse. Which I'm really pleased. 3 years ago, since I gave up with the help of patches and an inhaler, and really I think it was the going to the doctors and having the support that the nurse gave me that made all the difference.
That look on someone's face when they realise that this thing that's just been a normal part of their life for as long as they can remember is actually now the thing that means that they're not going to be alive in 2 or 3 years' time. It's a horrible look, and it's a sad, sad look, because across their face you see all those regrets of, I've been always meaning to give this up. I've never quite got round to it. I've not yet met any patient who's told me when faced with the diagnosis of something that's been caused by the smoking, I've not yet met anybody who says it's worth it.